Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big41 Gaming here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we have our first really full-on episode of actual gameplay with the Zero overall squad. Of course, we're 2 seasons in, or I guess 3 seasons in, with recruiting-wise, so here we go. We're actually playing some gameplay now, so year number 1, or I guess game number 1, is us against number 12, Iowa, on the road. So first attempt from the 28-yard line. We decide to throw it up into the end zone. It was a terrible throw, a terrible decision on my part. It gets intercepted on our first drive of the season. So Iowa gets their first pick of the season, but 3rd down and 12 here. With a minute 24 to go after a couple big stops by the defense to force a punt. We go with a screen. We actually have a really good blocking. Unfortunately, one guy slips through and makes a tackle, so it's 4th down and 4. So we try to kick a field goal, and of course kicking is very hard in this game, and we miss wide left. Not surprising. Of course, right after this, Iowa starts to actually do something on offense. They have a man in motion. We start looking at it. We actually have everybody covered except for the zig route underneath, and he just goes. We try to trip him up at the end. I don't know how we didn't trip him up there. I thought his helmet actually clipped his ankles. But Iowa takes the lead 7-0 here early on a big shot there. But on 1st down and 10, it's still 7-0 in the second quarter. We score our first touchdown of the season with O'Malley tying the game 7-7. Later on here, 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 10 for Iowa. They take the snap. Looking deep, looking for the end zone. It's tipped and it's intercepted by Humphreys. I thought we were going to take it out, but we actually just take the touchback to make it still 7-7. And about a minute later, they get a stop. Iowa play action passes. This time is going deep, and this time he's going to hit him deep for the touchdown, beating Lemons. And it's now 14-7 Iowa. So Iowa taking a lead here. And just before the half, we drive down the field, getting a field goal range. And this time, however, we actually kick a good field goal to make it 14-10 going into half. That is absolutely huge because this is the first play of the second half. And yeah, it is not great because he goes the distance for over a 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown for Iowa. And all of a sudden, it is 21-10. Our next possession, we have Aldrich back in the backfield. It's a 2nd down and goal. We hand it off to him. We score a touchdown, so our 2nd touchdown of the game. And now we're going to go for 2, since we did miss a field goal, which has been absolutely huge now, to make it now 21-18. If we would have got that field goal, we would have tied it here on this 2-point conversion. We did the jet touch pass and make it 21-18. The defense, though, makes an insane stop to make it 21-8, or still 21-18. We go for the end zone for our first passing touchdown of the season. And all of a sudden, we have a lead on number 10 Iowa. You know, we're still looking for our first win as a program. But with 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, they find the end zone to make it 28-25. So a 3-point lead for Iowa is not the greatest of what we want to do. And of course, after failing a 4th down conversion, Iowa immediately makes us pay for it, and they score a touchdown for the Dagger. Unfortunately, that is actually the final score for this game as well, with a 35-25 difference here. It was a tough fight on the road against number 12 Iowa, but this team showed promise, and you never know what could happen later on. I mean, we scored in 2 quarters and had a lead going into the 4th, and just unfortunately giving up 14 points, not scoring any in the 4th quarter is definitely gonna hurt you on the way there. Bowie gets the player of the game, 5 catches, 176 yards, 3 touchdowns. He absolutely torched us. If it wasn't for him, Iowa loses that game. Big time. Absolutely big time. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, we did this series on Madden, and this is what we kind of did. Ran 4 games, did a kind of a highlight video with it, which is what we're doing right now. And yeah, we kind of went from there. But 319 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, from 2-0 to 0-0. O'Malley with a rushing touchdown, and Aldridge also had a rushing touchdown as well. 114 yards from O'Malley on 23 carries is actually really nice, almost 5, pretty much 5 yards per carry. Aldridge had an 8. Dwayne Crowe had 11 catches for 109 yards. Wayne had 8 for 89 and a touchdown. Kind of just some other random catches, a couple of random yards. We only gave up 1 sack from Gammon, our center. So our offensive line actually did pretty good that game. Iverson led the team with tackles and tackles for a loss. We had no sacks. We did have the 1 interception from Humphreys. Apparently we returned it 3 yards. I don't know how, but we actually had a couple pass deflections as well. I don't think we forced any fumbles. And of course, no touchdowns. So that was game number 1. Hopefully we have a better option in game number 2 here against Western Kentucky. And let me tell you, it was a lot better than the first game to start. First drive of the game here on a 2nd down and 10 with 5 minutes to go, or 5:40 to go. We want to get outside. We get Haslam, and he breaks a tackle and goes the distance. So all of a sudden, we have a 7-0 lead here early in this game. So our first passing touchdown here in the first quarter. But this is kind of where the stuff changed. We had a first down and goal situation, but unfortunately got pushed back all the way to the 15 and couldn't go anywhere. So 4th down and goal, we kick our field goal to make it 10-0 early here in this game in the first quarter. But here's where the wheels started to fall off for the defense. We sit in the house trying to think for a run, and we actually get it right, and he actually makes the tackle for a loss. So 4th down and 6. They go ahead and try to kick a field goal, and it's right down the middle to make it 10-3. But now, on their second drive here in the second quarter, they kick another field goal, but this time it was shanked to the right. So still a 10-3 lead. Now we just got to go out and try to score some points. Unfortunately, couldn't do that. We went 3 and out. So Western Kentucky, just before the 2-minute warning, tries to run again, and this time he is going to break loose for a very long touchdown run to make it 10-10. So, anyways, second quarter, just before the half, 4th down and inches, a very long field goal, and we shank it badly. However, they rough the kicker. So we're going to have another shot to take the lead before half. The question is, can we actually make a field goal this time? This one's only a 35-yarder. And this time, with zeros on the clock, because we got the free play, we make it again. But again, they rough the kicker. So again, we have another shot if we want to for the end zone. But we went ahead and took our points because we don't know if that's going to be the case for a 1st and goal from the 9. And plus, we start with ball first. So 4th down and 6 here to begin late here in the third, after a couple stops by both defenses, we get a field goal to make a 6-point lead. However, this is when everything went bad. Tried to make a play on the ball. Unfortunately, could not. Western Kentucky gets the touchdown. They take their first lead of the game. And on a 4th down and 3, trying to extend the game, we throw right side. It gets picked off. And number 26, let me tell you, he has a lot of things for Western Kentucky here in the 4th quarter. Gets a pick 6 for Sergio McCollum for the touchdown. And all of a sudden, it's an 8-point game. 3rd down and 7 now with just under 4. Try to hit right side, and again, guess who? McCollum gets the interception. Back-to-back drives with a pick. And 3 plays later, Western Kentucky goes ahead and scores another here with a deep ball along the right side, and Bugs just gets absolutely torched. And now all of a sudden, it's a 15-point game, and we are pretty much out of it. 3 minutes to go here in the game, 31-16. We go ahead underneath route. Good play. It's just, again, a forced fumble, and guess who? McCollum picks it up. So he was probably the better defensive guy for him here. And unfortunately, that ends the game right there. 31-16 is the final. We lose our second game. We lose to Red Grimace over here. Yeah, a tough game. 14 points the 4th quarter. Again, just not going to get it done. We blow another game, but To'o, 338 yards, 3 picks, 1 touchdown. It's not great. O'Malley, again, 100 rushing yards on the ground and 23 carries. Couple catches for Wayne and Crow with 9 for 70 and 72. O'Malley also had 5 for 40. Haslam had 4 for 95 with that big touchdown run, or big touchdown catch early in this game. That was really the only one that we had. We allowed a lot of sacks, 6 to be exact, on the game. Lemons led the team with 10 tackles. Combs had 3 tackles for a loss. We actually did have a sack in this game. But yeah, no picks. We had 2 pass deflection from Bugs, the freshman corner. But unfortunately, he did get burnt over the top. And Mingo actually had a good game kicking-wise. 1 for 1 for extra points, and field goals were perfect. 3 for 3, even though we don't talk about the one that we just absolutely shanked. Because it didn't happen. On to game number 3. It's Utah State this time. I don't know why that kind of looked weird, but anywho. A 3rd down 11 here, and this game, I'm just going to tell you right now, this game was terrible all on myself. We tried to throw a quick ball. It gets intercepted by Utah State here with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2 plays later on 3rd down and 15, he finds a wide open man underneath, and he dives in for a touchdown. He almost didn't get in, but they said he was in, and it's all of a sudden 7-0 Utah State. And again, so on this one, the tight end had an option route along the right side. Either it's a, whatever. But he was supposed to, I thought he was going to go an out route, but no, he stopped, and it's a pick 6. So 14-0. Now second quarter here for Utah State. He's going to throw it over the top, and let me just tell you, it's 21-0. This game got ugly. It was ugly. Multiple mistakes. 21-0 here. 1st down and goal with 3 minutes to go here in the first half. We finally find the end zone with a passing touchdown to make it now 21-7. But of course, after a really good return, got them all the way down to the 1. 2nd down and goal, they run it up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown to make it another 3-score game with 28-7. They go ahead, again, get another stop and get another touchdown to make it 35-7. We're just going to go ahead. And yeah, we're not much to show in this game. We lose 49-28. We scored a couple of touchdowns late in this game, but they put in their backup, so it really didn't matter for that. So that was a quick one. To'o again, 16 for 24, 1 touchdown, another 3 interceptions. Rushing-wise, O'Malley had a great game, 23 for 161, a touchdown. Aldridge came in late in this game, had 7 carries for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had a couple big runs late in the game, but of course it was against backups, so I'm not going to really talk about that too much. Easter had the 1 touchdown. Yeah, not very good for a passing game. He only allowed 1 sack. But yeah, Lemons led the team with tackles with 12. Quan and Lemons had 3 tackles for a loss. We even did have a sack from Forney, but no picks and only 1 pass deflection from Bugs. But we did force a fumble, but we didn't recover it. So we lose by 21, so 49-28 was the difference. And now for game number 4 here against number 10, Kentucky. And let me tell you again, this got ugly very, very fast. Their first drive of the game, dives right on in for a touchdown to make it 7-0. And on just another terrible pass by myself, ends up going the distance for Kentucky. I don't know why we switched on to that guy. I wanted someone else. But yeah, 14-0 here in the first. Let me tell you, this is, that was it. That was pretty much it. That was the whole game today. We throw out left side to Wayne. He's got the catch, and he fumbles the football after a really good carry. And, of course, goes even forward for him. And, yeah, this is how the game went for us. After the fumble, we just kind of pretty much gave up here. Just a quick and easy touchdown. We try to switch on later to make it 21-0. Again, Kentucky, after another stop, we sent the house right over the middle, wide open, and a touchdown. I kind of feel like the guy in Waterboy for the coach, just, this is where they steal the ball from us. This is where they score again. This is where we can't tackle, and stuff like that. But hey, we actually have a defensive moment here, where we actually get a pick from Cantrell after we threw an interception here. We get a pick 6, so our first defensive touchdown of the year. So we'll take that, but that was about it. 35-7 is going to be the final here in this game. It wasn't great. Let me tell you that right now. We ran clock most of the second half to kind of get over this game already. Same thing in the second half too, or in the second quarter, because we were down absolutely huge. So yeah, not a great score. 35-7. I accidentally, went all the way out. We'll look at the box score here in just a second. But yeah, not a great first 4 games at all. Yeah. To'o had 3 picks in the game, 25 for 37, only for 168 yards. The running game didn't really get going either. We could run the ball. Blocking wise was terrible. The defense was good. Cantrell had the 1 pick. That was about it. Also, if you guys do want a player in this dynasty, write a comment down below. If I will show recruiting here in just a second of who we guys got. So we did get a couple of 3 stars now. So again, if you guys do want a player in this dynasty, I can go ahead and add you in. Just for example, right here, we have a couple 1 stars, and I believe now, I think 1 3-star with, actually a couple 3 stars, excuse me. So, looking good there. We got a right end and a free safety, so if you guys do want them, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's going to do it for this video for episode number 3. Hopefully in episode 4, we have one of the 4 games that we get to win. But yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.